5, 4, 3, 2.
Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Stories from the Unbound Shores. Where we last left off, the party had chased down and slain the dragon that had harried their entry onto this continent via teleportation circle. And after having killed it and more or less gutted it, they ran. Well, some guards from the nearby city had found them and began asking questions, but were politely yet disrespectfully dismissed by another individual who showed up and told them what happened. I think that's at least the broad strokes. So I'll just say that individual's name is Jezreen. It is the Silver Dragonborn that is currently on the board. Did I miss anything else?
I don't think so, but my mic's being a little weird at the moment. It's just got a high bass noise level, and I don't know why.
You sound alright.
Ooh, I might know what it is. Yeah, it was the AC. Weird. It doesn't usually pick that up, but I did change the noise gates recently. I didn't like what it was doing to my voice, so I made them a little bit more sensitive. That's probably why it's picking up the AC now. Anyway, turned it off. So, we are here. We were going to go into town and get supplies. And then we were going to either talk to the Dragonborn again, or we were going to just try and get ourselves to the Silver Bracer. Van Brace.
Vambrace.
Indeed. And she had offered to escort you so as to keep mishaps to a minimum.
Seems like a good idea.
That was impressive.
Sorry. So, are we doing that party? Yes, sounds good. No, sounds bad.
Off to Arcosia.
Alright, then I think we will allow her to escort us. You'll have to remind me her name. I know you just said it a moment ago, but I did not. It went in one ear and out the other.
Jezreen.
Right! How could I forget that?
Jezreen.
I made a special note of that, didn't I? I bet I did. Hold on.
It's even on the token, for once.
Yeah. That would make sense. It's a good place to put it. Guess I didn't make a note of it. Oh well. Probably figured I'd remember, because like, ah yes, I know that name.
I'm enjoying watching more of the desert just kind of like spring into existence.
day's art.
This way there can be a tad bit more of a exact path if desired. Alrighty. So, I suppose she shall lead the way.
Yay.
We will fall into step with her.
So as to save too much of time, she'll start heading off back towards the teleportation circle and then follow the road west from there. And
Very far away.
yes. And you will arrive at the next map that I am about to load on. Alright.
So much for Belisari falling into step. She's all the way over there.
I came back.
Wait, I have to go back.
I don't know what the fuck happened with that though.
No, I just mean that, like, you're not behind her. You're off to the side. It's like...
Well,
But sand people walk single file to conceal their numbers.
oh my god. But I had previously just been like all the way over fucking
Don't fucking the dragon.
here. On accident. Oh, on the walk though, I did wanna forgot I did wanna ask her about, well, I wanted to talk to her in general, I guess.
Okay, ask away. This is the time for that.
It is, isn't it? I think, I don't know, somewhere along the way after they've like kind of been in
Ugh.
control. I don't know, are we walking mostly in silence? Are we chattering?
I
That
don't
is up to you
imagine our
guys.
group does silence well. I'm just watching people slowly die. I died.
Next map.
What? Oh! I see. Whatever. Point being, after
Yeah,
a
you
little
need
bit,
tokens. That's how this works.
she's gonna turn to him and be like, so, Jezrain, those soldiers seem to afford you a lot of, respect. Can I ask what your position is in our Koja?
Best to answer this.
No.
Scouts. Scouts are highly valuable in a hostile environment like the desert.
You're not wrong, and while on occasion I do function as a scout, I am not. It will be easier to explain. Well, perhaps it'll be easier to explain once we get to the city.
Should I be on the new map?
I'm not. Yeah, I was just.
Because all the tokens have disappeared, so I'm just staring at sand.
Yeah, there was a couple other tokens I need to figure out
Sand.
that weren't unique.
Hate
Okay.
sand. It's
Of
rough.
course.
It's everywhere.
How does this work again? Boop.
It's between my dragonborn toes.
I accept that answer. That's what I'm trying to say. But I'm also going to ask, is there anything we should know before getting to our Koja? Anything about customs? Basic
Don't
niceties.
don't go around eating dragons for one.
She said don't go around eating dragons.
Yes, as that was your suggestion.
I smile sheepishly under the hopes that it's a joke. Or, I guess more accurately, a bit of light ribbing.
Light ribbing would probably be accurate.
Yeah.
Joke, not so much.
Yeah. It was pretty clear from the beginning it wasn't a joke, so light ribbing was what I was hoping for.
I'm gonna rib your lighting.
As far as customs, uh, there's not much I imagine you'll run afoul of that, but his presence is going to make things difficult for you.
Is she gesturing to Roland,
Yes.
who is currently Roland?
Oh, yes, there's currently beating the minis to death with a die.
How dare! I don't think rolling a die into me repeatedly counts as light ribbing. Seems rather aggressive to me.
Alright, now that I have that,
Ha
full dice clear. Get out.
Bounced it off your head, got an 18. Everything is worthwhile. Oh, he killed my die.
Remind me to tell you guys a great magic story afterwards.
Sure.
Having to do with dice rolls.
Alright. Crap, what was I?
Not eating dragons.
Right.
And having difficulty with this guy being with us.
It's, of course, kind of the world standards of thievery, murder, and things of that nature. You do best to respect those in authority over you, but I imagine that's also rather universal as well.
What was universal as well?
Authority.
Ah, yes, respect authority. I do that great.
Mm-hmm.
I don't say that in character.
Well, you know, my people, that first one about thievery and murder might be very hard to adhere to.
Say that one more time, and I don't understand.
He said, you know my people, that one about thievery and murder might be very hard to adhere to.
Melisari just snorts.
She looks at you confused for a second, and then realizes it's a joke, and gives a bit of a chuckle.
More sarcasm than a joke.
Sarcasm's just a kind of joke.
It's the lowest form of humor.
Or said that's wrong. Alrighty. So, that said, we should be ready to make our way inside. So, well, unless there's more questions to ask. I don't want to step on that. Sorry.
Anyway, I think that was the only specific things I was going to ask her about.
Little.
That's the wrong one.
La.
Alright. Well, while there isn't really a city beyond the wall, in Tailspire that is, feel free to move yourselves inside while I try and make a small market area.
Ho. This gravy train's a movin'.
Our escort is still here.
We pretend that they're not.
We're following our escort.
We are indeed. That's what I'm doing.
Yep. No, that's the other end.
Oh my god, look at all of this city.
Alright.
It's so beautiful.
It's too much to process.
What's the difference between that and that?
The yellow brick road vanished, and now we're on the cobblestone road.
Doo-doo-doo-doo. Follow the yellow brick road. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Follow, 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 follow the yellow brick road.
There's that. And then there's that. What is the difference?
You know what? I couldn't figure out what the difference was either. At first I thought it was like the slant of where the table hung over, but it really isn't. Okay, now I can see it. It's one is overhung on two sides, the other one's only overhung on one
one's a
side.
corner, one's a side. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Corners and sides, sides and corners.
Okay.
Yep.
So
Hop.
I need that.
Hop, the hip,
Aha!
hop, the hip, hip, hip.
Hippity hop and you don't stop the rock.
Yeah, that.
Let's go with.
I haven't heard that song in a hot minute.
Yep. Oh, you just listened to it a minute ago?
Yeah, I did. Market! I can get dyes! I can get high!
Market? I don't even know it.
Wow.
I said what I said.
Which one's the corner? This one's the corner.
No. Well,
Hey guys.
What?
I'm flashing you.
Oh. It was you doing that.
Whoa, what's morphs? Is that like you can what's morphs?
Morphs is you can put other tokens into the same token so that you can change while keeping it like the same control and everything. You can change form. It's really useful for people like druids. Cool. You can just add animal tokens to their token and you like change them into them.
I like that.
I can do this.
Yeah, because normally, previously, you had to swap them out.
Yeah.
Yo, what the fuck? Don't do this to me.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Where's the thing? The thing.
Oh, morph. Ooh.
The thingy thing that things thingy.
Yeah.
Thingchovies.
Yeah. Yes. What? Thingchovies! I want my mommy, Miss Belisari!
Oh dear.
As if Roland ever knew his mother.
Oh. Are you ready, kids? Aye, Roland!
I can't hear you!
Aye, Roland!
Oh,
Oh boy.
Who lives in a commune under this earth?
Oh god.
Roland the Drow!
It just keeps getting worse.
Red-eyed and hated ever since his birth. Roland the Drow! If fantasy nonsense be something you wish,
Roland the Drow!
then level up and go cast Wish!
Roland the Drow! Roland the Drow! Roland!
I hate the lot of you.
You love us. We're great.
Goodness gracious. We did it. We did the whole song.
I mean, technically, I didn't actually finish it.
We
Roll
do.
in the drought.
Do 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 do. Boo! There. Now we did the whole song.
Now we did the whole song.
And I only cheated once. I rhymed wish with wish.
You know, I didn't even notice that first. And by at first, I mean until you just pointed it out.
Well, it deserved pointing out because it was bad, and I'm sorry.
Yeah, don't do that again.
Okay.
Well, perfect. That'll have to do.
Like fucking Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory, rhyming imagination with imagination.
But weren't they in a world of pure imagination?
Oh, they were in a world of pure fucking shite. World of no creativity.
They had a river of chocolate. Chocolate. I remember when they invented chocolate.
All right. So now that I have a stand,
Oh, I thought it was her again. I'm like, shit, she runs this stand?
no.
Jezrien, what the hell?
It's just it's like
She said she
the least-
wasn't a scout.
She did say she wasn't always functioning as a scout. I don't remember her saying what she normally did, and then Kate said she accepted the answer. I'm like, what was the answer?
The answer was not an answer, essentially.
Wow.
It was like, it'll be easier to show you or something like that.
All right. So, when you guys get in the city, you'll see Jezreen lead you past a couple of stalls that likely could have given you guys the supplies you need, and brings you to this one.
Where her twin is working.
Yeah. Svista.
Sure. Look, it's just the least combative looking dragonborn.
Nepotism.
Nephritism.
Not exactly nepotism, but
Look,
close.
would you rather have the guy with the axe, the guy with the poisonous fireball and dagger, or the guy with the drawn sword and shield running the stand?
I mean,
None of them.
maybe.
True. The big axe, I think he looks pretty friendly.
Okay, big axe it is.
Yo, man, why are you brandishing your axe at us? We haven't done anything to you yet.
Pourquoi?
Alright. You know what? Ditch that, ditch that, ditch that, and that. Grab. Oh, yes, that's bothering me. There. I like that better.
I now have the SpongeBob theme stuck in my head. I know I only have myself to blame, but still.
Alright. Yeah. I like that better. So, Desert brings you here, and you'll, and as you begin to stop, you'll hear the shopkeep call out with a loud and boisterous, I think is the word I'm looking for, a voice. Saying, Jezreen, you haven't been in the city for a while. What brings you here? And she'll then gesture to a lot of you. Say, I found these travelers out dealing with one of our draconic problems. and they are in need of supplies before heading east. I was hoping you could, uh, they could make use of your services. And he'll respond, I hate doing this, but it's kind of the only way this could work.
Indeed.
Uh, yes, what do you need? It doesn't even seem to like while there is a hint of surprise on his face when he sees the drown, he doesn't say anything. It just kind of is, asking what you need.
Yeah, if there was a problem, Jezrien would have taken care of it, so he doesn't need to worry about it.
Indeed.
We need some non-perishable food supplies, because we do not know how long we will be in the desert. We might need to check weapons or armor to see if they need refit. Or spellcasting ingredients and reagents, probably. I have some diamond for casting Revivify, but I think I have some other spells that require things, so if you have such items about, I would exchange money for them.
You'll look to Miss Melisari and Aurelion, see if they want anything.
Yes, in terms of spell components, I would appreciate, or rather, I think it would be prudent. Prudent is the word I'm looking for. To purchase some ointment for the True Seeing spell. And I would certainly love to learn some new spells if you can point me in the right direction.
I don't know about new spells, but this ointment you're looking for, what is it exactly?
I need to pull it back up.
I'm checking my material components to see if I need to buy anything. Aurelion?
Can't think of anything I need.
You want a nice new hat?
It's an ointment made of mushroom powder, saffron, and fat used in the casting of the spell True Sight.
That I think I might have. How much do you need? Feel
Can
free to
I
take the gold price.
insight?
Sure.
Nat 20, which is 22.
Alright. Well, I'm gonna go with because it's a nat 20, I'll give you this bit of information, mostly just because it's funny. While he does have what you're looking for, he typically uses this substance for a completely different purpose.
Oh my.
Look, you both use it to see things that aren't seen by other people. He just, uses differently.
Mm-hmm. Hang on. It was 20 gold. 25 gold, rather.
Oh, I remember now! We're here to buy a focus. For scrying.
Scrying's not the one that needs a focus, is it?
It
It
is.
does.
Mm.
You need it also for clairvoyance, clairaudience, but
Oh, okay.
scrying needs it too.
Well, then I'm also going to talk about that.
It's
While this is a small stand, you guys will be able to get just about anything you want in the player's handbook, short of plate or half plate itself, just because those are, I mean, those are big ticket items and hard to move end of day.
Mm-hmm. So we'll need I recommend a looking glass, just because at least that has other functions when it's not being used as a focus, as opposed to like a crystal ball.
Yeah, that was what I was leaning toward.
Yeah.
Although more for flavor.
Did you want a crystal ball or a looking glass?
Looking glass.
Okay.
Silver mirror is what it's technically called. That's why they call it in the spell description, which is why I paused for a sec.
Yeah. Sorry.
I'm like, I know what a looking glass is, but my brain was like, no, that's not right. That's not what it says.
So I've got inventory. Yes, I've got 5,000 gold pieces, so I can cover that. I was also going to trade for it. I hope this dude's got diamonds, because I'm just going to load up on diamonds so that I can cast resurrection spells with impunity if we ever need them. I already do have 5,000 GP worth of diamonds. Of course, that just says 1, so I don't remember if I wanted 5,000 diamond or just a bunch of other diamonds. Let's see here, because I know that Raised Dead is a 500 GP diamond, so I just need 500s and 300s. Maybe I've already got enough diamonds.
Jesus Christ.
What's up?
Spell clone.
Oh, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Not gonna cast that one for a while.
Yeah, no, not gonna cast that one ever.
What? Don't want to cheat death?
That's fucking horrifying.
Yeah, that's great.
Laramentis is making a clone.
Well, I mean, I know I made a clone of Laramentis, but
Well, no, yours is different, though. Yours was a simulacrum.
yes, I know. I'm just cracking jokes, man. All right, so what is it people want, and go through the list slowly.
Right, let me break
Or
out.
put it in text chat if that's what you prefer.
Can I have my... according to my inventory, I have a single diamond worth 5,000 GP. I'm very confused by it. Like, I know that I grabbed it as a starting item, as something that I would have, collected over the 500 years. I just... odd that it's listed. I guess this is the only way that it's listed. As an item. Yeah, it's a common gear. What the hell? I want to know if I can broken
Is
up.
the GP part, was that written by you, or is that part of the program?
It's not customized at all by me.
And there's a chance that you just grabbed the diamond not knowing what it was, like not knowing what it was worth or something.
Possible. I need ones that are 500 and 300 so that I have my 2 revive spells juiced.
What what does the exact material component say for one of those spells?
It just says a diamond that is consumed.
Does it say worth X or worth at least X?
I mean, I think it's always worth at least X. Let me see. Revivify. Revivify says worth 300 GP, which the spell consumes. And Raised Dead says... where are you? There you are. Worth at least 500 GP, which the spell consumes.
Yeah, and there goes that. I was gonna say you could probably I could just let you use that one in like chunks.
Just parcel it out.
Yeah, like
little bits of my diamond disappear.
Yeah, the spell just chunks off a couple pieces.
Maybe I can do that for the Revivify. If
Yeah,
I
well, you
just
can
make this my Revivify Diamond, it's a 5,000 GP Revivify Diamond, and I
You
just
could
chunk it
definitely
away over time.
you could definitely do that for Vivify, but for
Raised Dead.
Raised Dead, it'll consume whatever can get its greedy little hands on.
Apparently.
Mhm.
Let me look at what Raised Dead does. I think it's just... I know that it gives the person you're targeting the choice. It's 10 days as opposed to the 1 minute. That's the big benefit, is that you're not stuck to that 1 minute thing. Comes back with
With the
one hit.
downsides of longer casting, higher level, and I believe it has the res downside.
See, doesn't remove magical disease, curses, or similar effects. These aren't first removed prior to the casting. They take effect when the creature returns to life. Spell can't return an undead creature to life. Spell closes mortal wounds, but does not restore missing body parts. Creature is lacking a body part or organ integral for its survival. For instance, its head. The spell automatically fails. Coming back from the dead is an ordeal. The target takes a -4 penalty to all attack rolls and ability checks. Until it finishes a long rest, the penalty is reduced by 1 until it disappears. Yeah. I mean, so as long as you can get to them within the minute. So, I mean, I would probably just, like, buy 2 500 gold diamonds so that I have 2 castings of it. But Revivify is probably what I'm mostly going to be relying on. That way I have this thing in case it's narratively useful.
Okay.
So I'll list that out.
You will be able to get them at, will have to be at a different stall, but there's no niche to one. Fine Jewel, like all this guy sells a lot of stuff. Fine Jewels ain't it. And to get the particular diamonds you're looking for, it's going to be 600 each.
Okay.
Since I'm not doing this like as roleplay scene by scene here, I will say that the structure isn't like marking you up because you're you. It's there seems to be other reasons as to why it's higher than the intrinsic value.
Mm-hmm.
There's no audio here, and I only just realized.
Yeah, new map.
Sorry. Let me fix that. Yeah, that's dope. Let me see if I get around to just building each of the major cities so that they're actually big and grand when you start, like when you stop at them.
What?
Nothing, me just venting it myself.
Oh. Sorry, I was looking through spells again.
So,
So,
Yeah, I'm just writing out the things I'm trying to buy.
oh yeah, that's a good idea.
What do you think they would charge me, Dirk, for, like, a hogshead barrel? that I would have filled with water. That way, like, we have a bunch of water. We have a bag of holding that should fit in, and I think a hogshead is like 10 gallons. That's like 80 pounds. So that should be fine in the bag of holding.
I don't know, because I don't know what a hogshead barrel is.
Hogshead is a size of barrel. It's about 10 gallons, I think.
Let me... there's a list of containers in Player's Handbook. I'm going to take a quick peek at those.
I lied. It's anywhere from 50 to 130 gallons.
Alright.
Maybe I need something smaller than a hogshead.
Adventure gear.
Let's see.
Back.
Quarter cask. Okay.
So you can get a... That is a... Okay, I'm just going to assume that that's a filled barrel. You can get a barrel that's, well, like in D&D terms, you can get a barrel that holds 40 gallons or 4 cubic feet of solid material for 2 gold pieces that, presumably when full, weighs 70 pounds.
That's so inaccurate, but okay.
I don't know if that's full or empty. I don't really know.
Well, if it was 40 gallons, that'd be 320 pounds of water, because water is 8.33 pounds per gallon.
It's probably empty. So it's a 70-pound barrel.
This one
would choose to fill with water. I know there's other things. Let me see if I can find them.
This one's called a blood tub. It's 30 to 40 liters, which is like 15 to 20 gallons. Times 8, 160 pounds, so that'd be better. I'm just looking for something that is going to be a good amount of water to start with, and something that I can fill if I just take the create water spell, prepare the create water spell later. Gives me a place to put it.
Alright.
And I can keep this thing in the bag of holding and just ladle out water from there, is the hope. I just want to know how much that would cost if they were going to give me, you know, something that, say, holds, like, 20 gallons of water.
I'd say that would cost you a gold piece, given the thing that holds 40 costs 2.
Okay. Small water barrel, I'm going to put 20 gallons.
And take your best guess at a weight. I imagine you'll have a better idea of what something like that would actually weigh than I would.
Wood that is holding 20 gallons of water probably weighs empty, probably weighs 10 pounds. It's a sizable amount of wood. So, yeah, probably 10 pounds of wood and iron. Probably less, honestly. The idea of the empty barrel weighing 70 pounds is a little, like, but you know what, whatever, I don't care. Yeah. We'll call it that. I think this is all I want. Other people want stuff.
I found the list of containers. There's backpacks, barrels, baskets, bottles, buckets, chests, tankards, jugs, pots, pouches, sacks, vials, and water skins.
Yeah. I was like, I could buy just a bunch of water skins. I'm like, that's dumb. Just get a barrel. Put the barrel in the bag of holding.
Alright, what about you, Mel? Sorry.
I am getting it together.
So.
2211. Alright. Mark that down in my notes.
Is fine. Okay. Now, I will point out that The 1 gold piece was the price for the barrel, not the price for the water in the barrel, because this is a desert.
Okay. What are they going to charge me for water?
That I'm figuring out.
Okay.
Um,
Like, as long as we keep it shut up in the bag of holding, that water probably won't get tainted. And that many gallons with just the 3 of us would last a damn long time.
Alright, hang on.
But we can always
Is-
purify even if it did get tainted, so who cares?
Is strike through is tilde, right? Or 2 tilde?
I think it's 2 tilde on either side, yeah.
So I'd say like 5 silver a gallon.
5 silver per gallon, we'll call it 20
Or an extra if you want to get fancy.
20. So an extra 2 GP. 3 GP. There we go.
Wouldn't it be 10 if it's 5 silver for, and you're buying 20 gallons?
100. Yes. 11 GP.
You'll have the merchants that Jezreen originally brought you to will recommend 2 things. Well, I'll recommend 2 things to you, Roland. Oh, that's its phone. I'll wait till it gets back then. I'm gonna make some popcorn real quick because I haven't eaten today.
Tasty. Breakfast of champions.
Alright, I'm sorry, I got a phone call just there. What was Jezreen saying to us?
I think Derek cut off when he realized that that was your phone going off.
Yeah.
And he went off to make some popcorn.
Sorry.
And
Well,
I
at
am
least he doesn't have to repeat himself.
Yeah. I am currently working on. Oh, right. I wanted to learn Featherfall too.
Gonna check their library for all that stuff.
Yep. I thought about it in the thought about taking it in the beginning. Mainly because I was working in a tower and felt like it might be nice just in case.
Just in
Alright,
case
I'm
you
back.
fell off the tower.
Yep. Tossed off a tower, etc.
Mm-hmm.
I'm back.
Okay, sorry about that, yeah. I'm on my phone, so... What was Jezreen saying?
He was trying to sell you a couple items. Specifically, he was trying to sell you some special cloth that's designed to go between you and the chainmail that you'd be wearing underneath the plate, so that after long days in the desert, it doesn't burn into your skin.
I like that.
Yeah. That gave me the thought of asking about traveling clothes specific for desert wear.
You can get some of those if you like. I'll how much cost for traveling clothes cost in the player's handbook.
So I put in my list of things that I want to buy, crossing out the focus for scrying
Since
after
I've got that
asking
covered.
Roland. Yeah,
Uh,
if that's something we would share for the moment for our
it would. Uh, and for the padding that he suggested, I'm going to say it's about 10 gold pieces, because it's very thin, so it's not going to like restrict movement, but it does negate the heat.
Mm-hmm.
He says that he can sell leather and showed leather and hide armors treated with a similar process that have strong effects against fire, if that is of interest to any of you.
To replace the armor that people are wearing?
Yes. So I'm assuming that no one does, because you're wearing heavy and the others who don't wear any, but he makes the offer all the same.
Yeah.
And the other thing that he does try to sell you, Roland, is, you know, I've heard that people like you have trouble seeing up here. You might have something for that. And even if you try to object or anything, he's just gonna kind of ignore you while he goes searching for what turns out to be a spyglass.
A spyglass?
This, it'll let you see for miles.
And,
That's useful in general.
This is an item that is helpful specifically for people with light sensitivity.
What now?
Where you indicated that it was difficult for people of my persuasion to see here. I imagine you meant because of the sun.
I don't know why, I just know it's hard.
May I see this object, please? With my hands?
500 gold of collateral.
500 gold collateral. You're just gonna slide one of the... He was just like making piles of gold so that it was easier to pay for things on this man's counter. So you're just gonna slide a few of the piles of over.
Alright, he'll hand you the spyglass.
I'm going to, turn... I'm going to look it over real quick just to see if there's, like, markings, if there's anything magic about it. Does it appear to be a mundane spyglass?
It doesn't appear to be anything much about it, so as far as you can tell, it is a mundane but well-made spyglass.
Alright. Not seeing anything on it that would indicate that it's, like, cursed or anything like that, I would turn myself down one of the streets, where I can see something far away, and I would look through the spyglass at it.
All right. This is a fun way to do this. Roll me a perception check. I believe with advantage because what a spyglass does, but we'll double check. Tools. No, I'm gonna try here. Spyglass. That doesn't really say anything, so I'm gonna go with advantage because you have the spyglass.
Okay, with advantage, my perception is 17.
So, when you
Actually,
look through the
18, sorry.
So, a long way down the street, you'll see a statue at the center of a plaza, which you could see by the naked eye, but with the spyglass, you'll see that it is specifically a silver dragon with a plaque at the bottom that says, "In honor of Jezreen, our protector."
I'm gonna, lower the spyglass and just sort of, squint down that way, but then I'm gonna bring the spyglass back up to my eye and reread that plaque. And then I'm going to, look at the object again and say,
Collateral was 500 gold pieces. The price is 500 gold pieces.
The price is 1,000. Since you're friends with her, I only asked for half.
Well, you have the collateral, so if I run away with it now, then the price is 500.
That's true, but I imagine she'll see to it.
I will look to the group and say, we are probably going to spend some time in places where faraway things are good to look at up close. This seems to be a very good spyglass.
If you're spending time on this side of the world, while there are numerous rock spires and arches, the land is fairly flat. You'll see for quite a ways. Especially if you get up on top of one of those spires.
just sort of, raise a hand indicating, yeah, what he said.
And say, I've got plenty of money. Do you think that this is a worthwhile purchase?
Melisari will kind of just shrug and say, sounds useful.
Aurelian, do you have any objections?
Oh, I'm not muted. We saw the desert before we came in, right? We saw.
Yeah, we had to walk through it a bit. It's very flat out there.
Then around. Yeah, it seems might come in handy.
Alright, I will pay for this.
I'll give him the other 500, then.
He smiles and says, "Thank you for your business."
It would not be a bad idea to get some more healing potions also.
Oh, that is a good point.
And I should probably pick up some...
Potions are a bit of a specialty item. I don't have many here, but I can recommend a fine place for all your liquid needs.
Liquid needs. I like that.
I will take his recommendation.
Yes, taking note.
Alright. Well, before I continue down that route, I'm going to take a quick look at what Melisari wanted and do any of that. That needs to be dealt with.
Do we need this horn? Do we want to see if he wants the horn?
Right. Yeah, that was something I was gonna ask. Do we want to try and sell some of the dragon stuff too?
I mean, asking is
Oh.
good. They might get offended, but we can just say, okay, never mind, sorry.
Oh, that's a good
Okay.
point.
How many castings of Trusane do you want?
It does not say that it consumes it.
I'm pretty sure it does, because I've used that one before. But I will double check.
I don't believe it said that. Ointment for the eyes that cost 25 GP. Oh, never mind. That's why he's consumed by the spell.
Yep, gotta shove that mushroom stuff on your eyes, get high, and then you see everything. You see the code.
I hate it. I'll do 3, I guess.
Okay. His stash will certainly supply, though he will be costing you 30 for each one, since he has a bit of an attachment to the stuff.
Yeah, I figured I was just putting in the player's handbook, and if you wanted to put any upcharges on anything. Also, I discovered that I also have a diamond worth 5,000 gold in my inventory. Was that something that we got as a payment at some point, maybe?
Might have been part of the, the Bahir's Horde.
Could be.
Maybe.
But here's Horde, or
I have
maybe
300 GP of diamonds. So
One more time on that, Thomas?
I have 300 gold pieces of diamonds. So
Well, I think you also picked up some off of the cleric of Vecna you killed.
That would make sense.
So I was thinking about giving you guys some form of diamonds before having you run into the warlock.
Be able to do our spells.
What about doing spells?
So, and I'll have to come back to you about learning those spells. I don't. Well,
Yeah.
it's possible to learn them. Maybe. I don't know. I have to think about it. Like, I know it'd be possible at the Mage Tower for sure, but I don't know if there'd be a high-level wizard here or not. So.
Oh, right. I wanted to also ask, is there a library?
There'd be a small one.
Okay. I might want to pop in there at some point before we leave.
But the rest of your purchases are fine. And then for the liquid needs. There is.
All right. Are those personal rations, by the way, Roland?
20. I hadn't intended for them to need to be personal rations, but we probably would want more than 20 if it's for all three of us.
Yeah, no, that's I'm fine purchasing my own rations if we'd rather just do it individual.
Yeah, and they're cheap. It's 5 gold for 10.
Yeah.
10 rations. That only cost me 10 gold to get those 20.
What is?
We'll probably just want 20 each at least.
Yeah.
Put it like here-ish. ignore that that's the wrong color for the random sections.
Were we planning on using our shared gold for all of these things, or?
I mean, that is a good question. I've been using the share gold for my list, but I didn't know if you wanted to buy your things with your money or just tap the share gold. I technically only have the share gold. Like, Roland does not have any of his own gold. But he does now think of himself as, like, the wealthiest man on the planet because he was handed an absurd amount of money after having never had any gold of his own and understanding what it can buy.
Yeah.
Although this one spyglass for 1,000 gold is kind of changing his appreciation of how much gold is worth. But he's still like, well, I've got a bunch left, so I don't mind spending it on that. That seems useful.
Yeah.
This is next.
I think I would probably want to purchase the foci on my own.
Okay. Are you gonna get both of them?
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. Well, there's at least the general outline of the building if you guys want to move down to where the potion place is.
Alright, thank this man for doing business with us, and move on to get some bevs.
Mm-hmm. Bevmo, where the bevs go.
Bevmo. It's where the bevs go.
Oh, yeah. Can I pop some traveler's clothes? Because I don't think I have it.
You want traveler's clothes, you said?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can buy some. It'll just be the price of what it says in the player's handbook.
Do you need access to any of the money? Let me know if you're spending out of the pool there, Thomas, or are you using Aurelion's own?
Use me.
Okay.
20.
Popping that extra 20 HP for everybody in the middle of the fight was good. That was a good use of a 5th level spell.
Mm-hmm. That dragon fucking hurt.
Dear.
I hate you.
I must have missed something.
It's probably for the better. No hyphen in that sentence, dear. Come on. It didn't even sound like it.
There. Good enough. I'm gonna throw a creature in here.
How big is Arcosia, by the way?
Very big. It's one of the capital cities, so it would be on par with Stonefell, Isle of Heaven. Like I don't have exact numbers, but it's big, real big.
Real big.
So, like, also on par with, like, Autumn Reach, Alseed.
Yep.
Since those are, well, I've also been Isle of Heaven, but...
And along with Mount Mistal as well, though the version you've seen Tailspire is still somewhat representative, even though it is as large as it is.
Mm.
So, okay. basically just kind of imagine that lots of streets, all of space is kind of packed, with a few kind of open walkways that have a bit more space either side. Uh, that said, you guys come to the well, I'm probably just gonna call the potion bunker.
The punker.
And he'll be met by a dwarf who seems to be working on some form of alchemical concoction in one hand and drinking some ale in the other. I'll be with you in a second. Gotta keep this nice and steady now. Do you guys wait patiently, or
Yes, I'm going to be watching him with rapt attention. I want to see if he explodes or, starts drinking out of the wrong hand.
so he'll be kind of eyes stuff mixing around and roll. And when he adds one last ingredient here, oh shit! As a small spurt of flame shoots out the top of the like beaker type thing and scorches off one of his eyebrows.
Well,
I am
always the
taking a
eyebrows.
large step back.
Yeah, well, when it's done, and he pours it into his ale and takes a sip.
Guess so.
The good stuff.
And what is this good stuff? What do you call it?
I'm someone inclined to call it a nuke.
Okay.
Yes. We found Sergei. He's a dwarf now.
This, I don't really have a name for it. No one really drinks it but me. What can I help you for with? He looks at you, is a little confused, looks down at his drink, then shrugs.
I'm just gonna turn and say,
Miss Melisari, potions?
And you'll see that there's a number of things all labeled in dwarvish. Because he's a dick.
he's the only one who's working on it, I guess.
Sadly, that is not one of the languages I speak.
I confess I expected to have been directed to a, what do you call them in society? A drinking house, a tavern, bar. Bar, that was it. I thought this would be a bar, but it seems not to be.
Well, if you're looking for a drink, I can certainly make you a stiff one. But, this is more when you need something, like it's gonna do something in the other than quench your thirst or get you drunk.
Well, that's exactly what you want, yes.
He's just gesturing, like, excitedly at Melisari. Like, yeah, that's what we want.
Well, we certainly want at least a couple. What am I trying to say?
Potions of his?
Yes, that one. Healing. I don't know if there's also potions of health, but good measure. Suggestions out of game from you guys who might be more familiar with other potions being available. It might be helpful.
You said that there's a menu. Is that what you said?
It wouldn't be for you because you can read Dwarvish.
Hey.
It's not exactly a menu, but like all the potions bottles have labels.
I'm just going to go in. I'm just going to read. And I will, like, occasionally, if I see one that's interesting, I will, like, hold it up and gesture and just say what it is.
All right. Well, you'll have a variety of healing potions and potions of hill giant strength. A couple of empty vials that are labeled as potions of invisibility, which you realize they're not empty if you decide to pick one up. Let me pull up the list of potions. Game rolls, magic items, yeah. Potions. You'd find one or two potions of speed and oils of sharpness.
Potions of what? Speed and what?
Uh, potions of
Wait,
speed
what?
and oil of sharpness.
No, you broke up again with that last one. Sharp. Sharpness. I'm going to ask him for clarification on that one.
Well, in case you also missed it, it's a oil, not a potion.
Oh, oil. Okay, I'll still.
That you should be able to apply to a blade, and for the next hour, well, uh, it will be able to cut through just about anything, and should have significantly easier time hitting whatever it is you're swinging at. Mechanically, it's for an hour. Becomes a magical +3 weapon. Yep, +3. As what oil of sharpness do, but it takes a minute to apply, so it's not really a mid-battle thing.
Is there a price on it?
And other things have labeled prices at the moment. Uh,
Oh, that means it's free.
you'd also see some potions of fire breath. And what's that one?
What? Was there a question for?
No, I'm. It was for me trying to read a thing.
But
And in a glass case, you'll see a couple of specially marked items. The potion of maximum power. Uh, I think I just had a name for it and then I forgot it.
the oil of sharpness.
The refilling flask. And what was the last one? And a potion of longevity.
I am going to ask him for clarification on these.
Yeah. Potion of longevity is one. Has quite a tale behind it. One night, had a few too many of these, he says, holding up his mug of ale. I went to work anyways, and in the end I produced 2 of those. When I drank the first one, made me age backwards for a few years. No clue how I made it.
In other words, you would not be able to reproduce it.
That is correct. At least not on purpose. Uh, the potion of maximum power. Well, I'm just gonna have to tell it to you in game terms. I don't know how I'd phrase this outside of it. Basically, the next time you roll damage, you don't roll. It's just max.
Lovely.
So long as it's done within a minute after drinking the potion. And then that last one. That one I made on purpose. But I don't have supplies to make another. It's like a healing potion, but it keeps refilling itself.
Indefinitely?
I mean, it takes a day or so, but yeah.
Ask him how much that one is going to cost.
One per day?
Uh,
Or
it's 1 per day, yeah.
okay.
But it is
With the right
forever.
materials, I could probably give it more uses, or perhaps even make it more effective, but
What sort of materials would you require?
The blue dragon's horn.
no. But, let me double check what I had in mind.
The blue dragon's horn would just make it carbonated.
The materials are kind of going to vary, as we're going to need things of like different properties and strengths to continue to change its effects. But to get it to have its first upgrade, more or less, Dragon's blood would certainly do the trick. He says, and says, then he looks at Jester, no offense, not yours, not mine.
What would I roll to resist the urge to look back at her curiously?
Depends. Are you going to resist by just having this strength of will, or by thinking that he's referring to dragonborn blood as opposed to dragons?
To my knowledge, does dragonborn blood have any similar properties to dragon blood?
Probably has 1 or 2, but not many.
So yeah, I'd be thinking he's saying she's a dragon. Probably.
Then roll me a wisdom saving throw.
18.
But I'd say you don't have to look back unless you want to.
Great. I maybe blink a couple times in surprise, but resist the urge to turn around and be like, what the fuck?
And there's just, like... Roland doesn't even know what face to make that one, that, you know, how you would feel suggesting using dragon blood while in her presence. I guess he just looks like he's secondhand embarrassed for the guy.
If the dragon blood were to have been held in vials previously used for other potions, do you think that would alter its effects at all?
I don't know, but I can find out.
As in by testing it?
Yeah, small part of it, anyways. No, not with the fire.
No.
I have Olympics for a reason.
What?
He has
Saying they-
alembics for a reason.
Did you ever actually tell me how much this costs?
No. Because it kind of got carried away with other questions.
About
So-
upgrading it, which is going to change its cost.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, Roland's still just like, upgrade a potion? What?
So I will then. So, how much does this thing cost now, and how much would it cost if it gets better?
Thank you.
Well, few ways to go about it. If you have what I need to make this thing better, I can either buy that blood off you now, or give you a discount on the potions I intend to use this to create. As you'll see, a kind of wall of well-stocked health potions. But if you're looking to buy this thing outright, regardless of material, that would be about 10,000 gold pieces, as it makes me quite a pretty penny without me having to do much work.
Selling uses of it, that would make sense.
If you're looking to purchase it and have me work on it, assuming you have what's needed, well, it wouldn't be as expensive as the initial purchase, but it wouldn't be particularly cheap either. Well, unless we could work out a deal that I get a few potions back from you at the very least. Perhaps get it left to me in your wills. That second, so in short, that second price is much more negotiable than the first.
I mean, maybe it wasn't on display. Maybe this is just his house.
I mean, so are you asking that over the telepathic bond?
Let's say yes.
I keep forgetting about the telepathic bond. Melisari's kind of rubbing her chin thoughtfully. And we'll also ask over the telepathic bond. And looking at Roland.
Did he say 5,000 GP?
Oh, he said 10,000 GP for buying it outright.
No. We don't have
No.
that much.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
At this point, we've got 6,000 GP left.
In Tailspire, the box for entering text, is there any way to make that bigger?
Not that I know of.
But if
That should be
you
done.
hit tab and then click on the book, you should be able to see everything that's been said at least.
No, it's not that. It's when I'm typing stuff in, the box is very small where you enter your text, and I can't really read it very well. Like, terrible eyesight.
Weird.
Smacked my mic.
Oops. Oh, I just took 3 screenshots.
Things are going well technologically.
Indeed.
The tentacle torches are fun.
I need something for light that wouldn't, well, explode if certain fumes got to them.
So I take it they are not actual fire.
I'm not quite sure what they are, but they make my work a bit safer.
I'm gonna stick my hand in one.
Alright. You can do that.
Yay.
Make me a Constitution saving throw.
Yay. Yay.
I'm taking a half step away from Roland and watching him warily.
Constitution saving throw. That is a 19.
Alright. You pass. And so you... Let's see what's... You would have taken 16 points of radiant damage, but that gets half to 8.
It still certainly burns. You're telling me this cannot ignite your concoctions?
Hasn't yet.
In the future, might I suggest testing for warmth before sticking your hand in the flame?
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. It'll destroy stuff that gets into it, but like if you stick a stick in there, it ain't gonna come out on fire. I've tried.
Just imagine him trying to light cigarettes in it. Being disappointed.
Sorry, currently dying a little bit.
Don't die.
Of laughter or something worse?
Just inhaled some spit, that's all.
Oh, fun. That's definitely of the something worse category.
I can't remember. Was Jezreen there when we were desecrating the dragon?
No, but she was there after you'd done so, and could certainly see your handiwork. When you then offered for Nightmare to eat it.
Yeah.
We're good people.
It made sense at the time. Perhaps just some regular healing potions or greater healing for the moment. And she's gonna glance at the other two. Can I like recognize them on the shelves?
You could make me an Arcana check to recognize them, or you could ask Aurelion for what the labels mean.
18.
All right. You'll be able to. I'll just say you'll be able to recognize them. I don't want to try and cherry pick which ones you do and don't.
I mean, I'm kind of just glancing around for healing potions.
Yep, has those in all levels.
Does anything have prices on them?
No, they do not. Well, other than healing potions.
Did you say only the healing potions?
Yes. Effectively.
They're the only ones with.
Yes.
Okay.
Those are the only ones that bother pricing because, well, I can make them cheap and everybody needs them, so they sell.
How many of each does he have?
I'd say he probably has a shelf that has like 5 of each level.
How much are the greater?
Oh. Greater. Greater will cost you about 60 gold. If I'm remembering my prices right. Let me go double check.
D&D Beyond says 50, so with upcharge that makes sense.
I don't have a price on Greater. Is the base price 50?
Yeah. Sorry, I forgot.
Okay, so then that would make it. I would make it 120.
Over the
Which
telepathic
I'll note
bond.
is cheaper than what most places would charge. So I can just give you the list of all of them once I bust up my calculator here. Basics, like the common ones, are 40 gold. Graders are 120. Calculator, because I've got math in my head. Which one of those gold again? Superiors are 360, and Supremes are 1,080.
That's over telepathic bond, by the way.
If it was in chat, I can't see it right. I have some other tabs.
Gotcha. I asked over the telepathic bond if we wanted to see if he might be interested in buying any of the parts, or whether that would be too indelicate. I'll also ask and kind of glance at Roland. Did you happen to notice Jezrain's reaction when he mentioned the dragon blood? Also, again, over the telepathic link.
Over the telepathic link, Roland is going to say,
Well, I was going to wait till we were out of her presence to mention it, but she is a dragon in disguise as a humanoid. There's a statue to her with a plaque designating her as the guardian silver dragon of this area. I saw it when I bought that spyglass.
That makes sense given what he said about dragon's blood.
So, this would be why she was more bothered than some might be that dragons were not being treated well, even in death.
Yeah. Yeah, Melisari has a very uncomfortable look on her face. If we were to trade a vial of dragon blood for discount, what would we be looking to pay for the... And I'm going to kind of glance toward the others. Greater?
Greater is 44 plus 4.
I think that was the base.
No, base is 2d4. He's right.
2d4 plus 2 is a regular potion.
Oh, yeah. I heard 44 and like 4, not like 4d4.
44
and I'm like,
plus 4.
that was not... Yeah.
And then 8d4 plus 8, and then 10d4 plus 10.
Yeah.
I think the best value is in the 8d4 plus 8, which are 120 a pop, which we can buy quite a few of those if we want to.
What?
Huh?
No, the 120 was for the greater healing.
Yeah.
The 44 plus 4?
Yep.
And then it was 360, and then it was 1080.
Yep. It starts at the price of 40 and goes up by a multiple of 3.
I mean, we could still buy a couple superiors without breaking the bank, especially if you would get a discount for the blood.
28 plus 8. 16. Guess that does make the graders technically the better value. Yeah. Greater. Maybe grab a couple superiors and fill out the rest with greater. Maybe if we spend, say, 1,000 gold on it, reasonable. And we could get 2. For the 320, it would be 640. That would give us 360 left, which would be 3. So you'd be getting 2 and 3 for 1,000 gold. Would that be reasonable, or do you want to split it up differently? 3 greater, 2 superior.
If you can give me what I need to increase its flask's effectiveness, I'll cut 5 gold off of the base price for a lot of you.
Size?
Base as in for the...
For the for the common potion,
Okay.
which the price of the rest are based on.
That makes
But
more
to make
sense.
it was 40 a pop, right? So it
Yeah,
would
so
be,
then I go down to 35.
yeah.
And it was 3x for each of the ones above that.
And that discount won't be for just today, which is why it's a little shallow. It'll be whenever you come back here.
I see, I see, I see.
Nodding along.
So that would cut that 45 gold off of the superiors. So instead of 320, they'd be 275. And it would be 15 off of the graders. So instead of being 120, they'd be 105. So it'd be 105 and 275. So two of the superiors would instead be 550, leaving us 450 instead of 360, and the others are 105, so we could get 4 of them for 420 and still have 30 gold left over from the 1,000, starting if we were going to say our health is worth 1,000 gold. Then we would have two superiors, 4 graders, and 30 gold left over. I think that that's a worthwhile way to break it down, but if somebody wants to break it down differently, I can do that math. It's easy.
Yeah. I mean, my only thought is just that there's 3 of us.
Mm-hmm.
So multiples of 2 are a little odd. But, I mean, it's not like
Well, the
I
two
can
of
take the loss
you,
of the superior since I've got lower health.
the two of you don't have healing magic.
That's a good point, too.
Now, if the discount is not to your liking, I can also be persuaded to give you one of the potions that my flask would then make each day, any day you're here.
That also
Now,
sounds
this
like
of course
that,
would not get stockpiled while you're gone. You can only claim them if you're here.
of course. How long would it take, do you think, for you to, test the blood to see if there were any effect from the vial, any residual effects from previous potions?
I don't know, kinda pulls out his beard a bit. 20 minutes?
Sounds worthwhile to me. Who has the vials of blood? Did I hang on to
I
those?
think you kept those.
I think I hung on to those. I'm going to... Shit, would the holy oil and greater healing potion vials look different from each other, do you think? Would I be able to differentiate?
No.
I didn't think so.
Not like marking them on the outside. Which you didn't do.
Yeah. I'm gonna, kind of dig around in my bag. I'm keeping them in my bag, and I'm kind of like glancing. Just you just see me like looking around in my bag a little bit. Mutter a quiet curse in Elvish. And then kind of sigh. And producing one of them.
Somewhat inclined to ask what the curse was, since everyone in the party speaks Elvish. If I think they do.
I'm just roughly the equivalent of like, damn it.
Yes, I also speak Elvish.
Like, damn it. Idiot.
Alright. Well, if you're looking for me to test this, you might want to come back later. That's not only going to take a few minutes. Well, something can always go wrong.
Yes, I think that it would be a good idea to make sure that the ingredient that you have requested is usable, useful, viable, and then if we can earn this discount, it will allow us to get a number of potions. Please. Do your thing, I think.
Assuming this is what I need it to be, do you want me to put it to use as soon as I know?
Wait, what was the beginning of that?
Assuming that it is blood that he can use.
Oh, yes, I believe so.
Alright.
Kind of glancing at the others again.
Then he'll put out a arm for a handshake.
He'll pull out a what for a handshake?
Put out an arm.
Oh, okay. That does make sense. I will shake it.
Alright. Yeah. You best get.
Did either the previous merchant, whose of course name we didn't get, or Jezrain indicate there being a place where I might be able to learn spells?
Yeah, there would be. But that process does take some time.
What takes time?
Learning the spells.
Oh, yeah. Of course. I would discuss with party members before actually setting to it, but
And that would be a somewhat more grand building, so I'm not going to make it, because that would take a while.
yeah, no, that's fair.
Whereas these two things I did kind of envision as being small little spaces.
Yep.
But, yes, I assume that a lot of you at least leave.
Yeah.
Yep.
As we or after we step outside, I'm gonna never mind, I'm gonna hold off on that for now. I am going to peer at Jezrain a little bit more closely than I have previously, but
I'm gonna broach it, because I was the one who saw the statue anyway.
So, Miss Jezrien, you are the guardian of Arcosia, then?
Well, instead it'd be easier to explain, because there's a statue down that way.
I saw it when I purchased the spyglass. I found it interesting that you seem like it is not a fact that you hide from anyone here, but you did not wish to discuss it until we got to the statue.
Well, for a lot of people, it can be hard to believe. I don't exactly have the size for it at the moment.
The idea that she's not actually in the form of like a dragonborn, she's just a dragon wearing like a dress. And it's just like now that I look more closely, yes, I can see it.
Melisari just kind of has this look of confusion cross her face as she looks at Aurelion.
Who has not said this?
Oh, okay. Never mind. but looks at Chesrain and says, I hope you'll excuse my earlier indelicacy.
It's fine. You didn't know. Just please don't do it again.
I think that we have firmly established that dragon is not a delicacy.
Indeed.
Melisari gives a very unamused look.
However, I'm highly starting to consider Elf. See,
I
you don't
assume
much like it either.
I assume she's making a joke because I will give a small chuckle.
She goes for that lane. She was going for the deadpan delivery.
I believe
I think
that.
I'm still gonna chuckle. That's kind of Melisari's sense of humor too.
I think she's being serious.
Well, but then as kind of got cut off, she said, see, you don't much care for it either. Yeah.
I perfectly understand this feeling that you have. I'm not questioning it. The thing that I understand more, though, is people not believing you and you tell them things. I think I can relate to that.
I imagine you can.
Well,
But,
let us go see your statue then, so you can be yourself.
that'd be nice, but this place is pretty tightly packed. I'm not really gonna have space to stretch out, as it were.
Eh, then simply be yourself personality-wise rather than trying to conceal your archonic nature from us, since it seems everyone else here is quite aware.
Yeah, yeah. I, I have been acting myself. Saw a little point in that. Yeah, little point in doing else. That is. Shall we? And she'll head off, and you guys can check out other things as desired.
Alright, so soon we should be able to get potions if we want them from
Yep.
dwarf guy.
Yeah, what exactly was the deal made?
Well, there were two offers. He's gonna give you a 5 gold discount on the base price, which then gets to be a 10 gold discount, 15 gold discount, 20 gold discount. I have it in my head right, but I don't know. Regardless,
3,927.
yeah, that's about right. So, regardless, it makes the base price cheaper, and as the prices are based off of the common potion, it makes all the other potions cheaper too. Or he can give you one of the, since it's now going to be producing extra potions, he can give you one extra a day whenever you guys are in town.
1545. 135 would be the discounts.
For our totals.
Yeah,
Um,
per potion.
shit, what was I gonna say?
Something about potions.
Yeah. Oh, I was just gonna clarify, and this was for giving him some dragon blood. He is currently testing it to see if the vials I stored it in. Oh shit, I was gonna buy some vials from him too.
We can still do that later, not a problem.
Yeah. Assuming I don't freaking forget again.
That's why I bought this
Um,
barrel.
I was gonna ask. What was I gonna ask?
You know, out of curiosity, could you not have just cast precipitation on the vials before filling them?
That's a great question. I don't know if prestidigitation would prevent the magic from lingering. Arcana?
I'm gonna go with just no for right now, because I don't know. That's just think on it. So you're
Fair.
thinking about it.
I'm thinking about it. I got a 15 to think about it.
Congrats, you're thinking about it.
You're
How soon
75% good at thinking about it.
I am. How soon did we want to depart again?
We wanted to find your friend as quickly as possible, no? If I'm wrong about that, then we can linger as long as you like.
I'm just questioning whether I have time to learn a spell or two.
If you think it will be important in finding your friend, then I think that it is worth staying. It seems he is quite fine. He is not in immediate danger according to the sendings that he responded to me with.
Unless, of course, he's trying to keep us from worrying, but...
Is your friend
is very
that kind of a person?
She kind of thinks on it for a moment. And just... I wish...
He marched off to war and told you it would be fine.
This is the downside of not playing in person. I don't know how to describe the face she makes.
Sad, concerned, stoic.
She kind of,
Stony.
It just means it's selfie time.
just, like, closes her eyes, lifts her brow ever so slightly, and kind of gives a quiet sigh. But doesn't outright answer.
Defeated.
All the same, at the very least, scrying might be useful.
Oh, it's a good thing I picked
You
up this
also have
mirror.
scrying, that's right. You can also cast scrying when it's prepared, correct?
Yes, and it is prepared.
She's gonna nod.
I can do this whenever you like.
Although... there is some question of whether... Well, sorry, would have an easier time scrying on him. But... would we say that we're both familiar, or both firsthand, or...
I mean, we've definitely both
firsthand and
met
familiar?
him.
Yeah.
Roland didn't spend as much time with him, but maybe you have something of his that would make the scrying easier.
I don't think I have. Unless we would count the sending stones, because they were in his possession at least, right?
Bending stone or the armor of warding.
Oh yeah, there's that.
I mean, not that those definitely would work, but they might.
No. Just gonna kind of just think on it for a little bit. Like trying to remember specifically what the other ones do. Or like the specifics of them.
Everything just makes the DC for the other person
Oh,
to
no.
resist it higher.
I know, I'm just thinking about the other spells I was looking at potentially learning. Well, clairvoyance would seem to me to be generally helpful. And it certainly wouldn't be a bad idea to have other ways of, or additional ways of, gaining information. I certainly don't want to hog all of our time, though.
Your time is your time. Is I am obligated to get this item to your friend since he gave me the one that he was using. So I simply want to repay that debt, and I felt that it was a good group thing since you all care about him too. But beyond that, I don't have much. This is for you, for him.
Out of character. I don't like making decisions.
Too bad. This is a decisions game.
Yup. Really? Do you have any input? And I think I will turn in character and say, do you have any thoughts on the matter, Aurelion?
No.
So, unless you are concerned with the immediate need for these things and our presence, then I think you should take what time you need so that you are prepared.
Are we still walking to the statue, by the way?
Yes.
That was our plan? Okay. I'll just think about it for now.
Statue or library if desired. Well, library arcanum thing.
Yeah.
The place you would go to learn your spells.
Yeah. Anyway, I'll just fall quiet for now and have my thinking face on.
Alright. We get to the statue.
Alrighty. Well, you see a large, nearly to scale, statue of an ancient silver dragon.
Is it made of silver or is it made of stone? What is it?
It would probably be made of stone.
Like sandstone or limestone?
I don't know.
Sandstone would be more abundant in the desert, but it's also softer and would weather more poorly, so it wouldn't last as long.
It would probably be something designed to last for a while.
So they probably dug deep and found some, like, limestone or, granite or something beneath the
Sounds
sands.
good.
Or imported it, whatever they like. Nearly to scale? Thing must be gigantic, though.
Yep, about, if memory serves, about 20 feet high. And only about, like, 10 feet wide at the base, 'cause it's kind of like her more or less up on hind legs. In kind of a combative pose. Looking as though she's like laying out a roar.
This is you.
Indeed it is. What do you think? I think they got my likeness rather well.
It is a lovely statue. I can see why you did not want to use your two form in the city. It is magnificent, spectacular.
It's a bit big, I know.
Trying to find an appropriate word. For the moment, though, I'm still kind of lost in thought. So, I'll kind of seem to come back to myself a little bit and say, truly magnificent.
Mm-hmm.
You have been protecting Arcosia for a quite long time, if the size of your statue is any indication. Let me just say then, it is an honor to be in the presence of such an powerful and well-regarded creature. Thank you for not destroying us.
I have been protecting this place for a while, but my protection isn't constant. Occasionally there are other places I need to go, things I need to do, or I simply need a break. Though I try not to take them when there's something particularly nasty heading this way.
A thought will occur to Melisari, and she'll focus in on Jezreen. Have you been involved at all in the war with Tiamat?
Yes, though it's less a war with Tiamat, one more one was trying to keep one of her ancient dragons from waking back up. They had more or less buried it under a mountain, but something has caused it stirring again as openings to the plane of fire have started appearing around the mountain, meaning that somewhere in there she has a lair. Or at least is starting to.
Concerning thought, indeed.
This mountain is nearby the Silver Vampires.
Yes, it's simply called the Black Mountain. On the world map, it's the kind of volcanic island. That's the to the south east of this kind of biome, I guess is the best way to put it.
And Silver Embrace is on that island, or just in sight of that island?
It's in sight, like it's nearby. A place
That
where
crossroads in the middle, right? We're close to that.
So yeah, I guess that means it's not necessarily in sight, but it's it would be the closest like gosh darn it. Okay. It would be the closest point where it'd be easy to get supplies and things. There'd probably be smaller outposts closer to the mountain itself. But that would probably be the main base, or at least main supply area.
Yeah, that does sound like an ongoing threat then. This thing, this problem that this friend of my group was called away for. Was there already an engagement or series of such, or has it just been watching and waiting to see if something happens with these portals to the plane of fire?
Some of it has been watching and waiting, some scouting, trying to figure out where either the dragon or the body is. We don't know which it is.
The dragon or the body. So you do not know if this ancient chromatic dragon lives or is just buried or dead.
Indeed. All I know is that all we know for certain is that a strong red dragon has taken root there somewhere. Be it the old problem or a new one. We don't even know that much, but it's still within the time frame for some of the more powerful restoration resurrection spells. I can play too much Skyrim.
So it has been less than 1,000 years since the disappearance of this creature.
Yes. So, if there are other creatures moving to bring it back, well, then we have a problem.
Indeed. Perhaps my questions are better directed to the soldiers and the vampires, so stop me if I am asking things that you do not know. But have they not been engaging with followers of Tiamat, humanoids, soldiers for this cause?
There have been some sightings and certainly some skirmishes, mostly on this continent as Tiamat's followers attempt to parry and delay any forces that try to investigate or find out what's really going on the mountain itself.
All right. Well, we are going to see our friend there, so we will be able to get more information on that, see if they want our help at all, if that is what you would wish to do. But mostly we just wish to go to the vampires to deliver this item, and then move on to other problems. Is that correct, Miss Belisari?
She is kind of coming out of a another moment of
Reverie?
disconnect, yeah.
We wished to investigate this magical paradox, riddle. This riddle from the Midas Tower. I don't want to say things that might seem like we are committed to this war that the followers of Bahamut are engaged in.
Your business is your own. I'm just here to make sure you don't end up dead on my streets.
I appreciate that, though I will say it is quite unfortunate that such is necessary.
I don't believe it is, but this does make things go smoother, and I prefer overcaution to undercaution.
This is, of course, appreciated greatly, deeply.
So, I suppose I shouldn't call this my city. I'm not gonna make my home here.
And your friend Esker, he did not have this problem. He did not need you to watch over him.
Well, to put it bluntly, he has an army that's familiar with him.
Good to know. In the end, as stated, honor to make your acquaintance, and thank you very much for your protection.
I am glad to be of service. Shall we keep moving, or is there more you're wishing to do here in the plaza?
No, I think that all that remains is the potions and the spells. Yes, Miss Belisari?
It is around this time that I need everyone to make a perception check.
Alright. Advantage, disadvantage?
Depends on if you have anything that affects hearing.
Hearing.
Can't think so.
Can't think of anything. 21.
Also 21.
Aurelion?
Hold on, give me a second now. I don't think that's a 21. That is probably substantially less than 21. That's my perception. No, that's not too bad. It's an 18.
See, well, but all of you hear, uh, it sounds like a decent-sized explosion, which you would have heard regardless. But with the perception, you're able to tell that it's actually coming from the direction of the potion bunker.
Yeah.
You blew up the potion maker, Miss Belisari.
I'm turning around. Can we see it from this distance?
You can't
Oh.
see the place itself, but you can see some smoke coming out from the general area.
There's just a hand going to Roland's mouth.
Yeah,
Well, I
sorry,
don't think you're
it's,
going to be getting those discounts.
Sorry is glancing around, looks a little horrified, and then kind of just starts walking back toward the potion place, picking up speed if you guys are also following.
Oh yeah, I'm the healer when I feel like my services are going to be necessary.
I turn to, what's her name? Is she still with us?
Jezrien.
Yeah, she'll be with you.
And I'll just say, so, does that happen often?
Well, I'm not going to lie and say it's the first time, but I wouldn't say it happens often. What am I looking for?
What are you looking for?
No. Something in nature. Where do they keep the fires?
Light.
There they are. Yeah, that makes sense. So, imagine smoke.
What
Maybe
smoke?
someday. Imagine smoke, like
Oh,
dragons.
Imagine it. Oh my god.
And it's not, that tile wouldn't be fully gone, but there's certainly a
Boom.
small hole in it. But enough that some smoke and flames are escaping. And you'll see the proprietor in there. Ah, you damned thing! As he's trying to, like, swat at some of his materials with, like, a cloth, trying to, like, smother the fire, more or less, but entirely ineffectively.
You okay, sir?
I'll sleep it off. Ah,
Would this count, or would this be the equivalent of a small campfire?
I'm confused. What are you asking?
For prestidigitation.
Prestidigitation. I think you probably cast it a few times.
Yeah, you can cast it a few times if you want to, like, put it out.
Yeah, I will do that.
I'll help.
Yeah.
I think
Huh.
it is prestidigitation, not mending what I have. It is prestidigitation.
Oh, thank you. Oh, glad you were able to help me put this thing out. So good news. It was what we were looking for. Bad news. Well, I apparently need to be a tad more careful when I mix it. But it seems to still have had the desired result.
Oh, well,
Minus
that
having cracked a few potion bottles. Especially there are a couple things, a couple contents of liquids just kind of running out onto the floor. Along with a few spots where liquids, like where the different potions seem to refuse to pool. Presumably the potion of invisibility.
Heh, 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 heh. The invisible potion of invisibility.
Yep, because that's how they do. That is the official description.
Yeah, it looks
Potions
like
of
an empty bottle.
Mhm.
It's still funny.
Yep. Oh. Ugh. That's gonna be a pain to fix.
If your body needs fixing, I can help with that. The building, however, is another matter entirely.
Are there small things that I could potentially fix with mending?
You could probably
Around?
try and patch up some of the potion bottles before they leak all of their contents.
Yeah, casting time is a minute, so
Okay, well, you could fix some of the potion bottles so that they still have the bottles.
that has proven to be potentially not a very useful idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, unless I were to refill them with exactly what they were filled with originally. Well, that's unfortunate. What was he indicating when he said that something might take some time to repair?
The hole in the roof.
Oh, okay. Unfortunately, that is a bit beyond my scope.
Well, I can help. Yeah.
What?
It might take me a little bit to, get your order ready, since Lansing has, shelves. But, I do believe we have a deal.
Alright. Then, any proposed, turning to the party, any proposed changes to my hierarchy of potion purchase?
2 and 4, correct?
Yes, 2 superior, 4 greater. But we can change that up if you like. That was just a way that I could fill out 1,000 gold and have 2 superior potions.
I think that sounds acceptable to me.
That should give you an idea of the size of the hole. So not very big. But still.
Tablet.
There's still a look of much concern on Melisari's face.
What's the matter?
Nothing, I suppose.
Mm-hmm. Usually when people say nothing, they leave and don't come back. What's wrong?
Just concern for your establishment.
It'll be fine. This is, what, the 7th? 7th.
Ah, I see.
Oh, unlucky number. As well, I'll stay forever.
What'd you say?
He said he was on a lucky number, so this won't stay forever.
I like that he went from Southern to Scottish, but
Alright, it's
Uh,
the reason I don't do accents is because I can't keep them ever.
it's fine. Practice makes perfect. Keep going. You're doing fine. For me, it's always, well, no, it isn't always. It's often that I've forgotten what accent a person had, and then I give them a different one later. But there's something about, like, there's certain accents I do that just slip into other accents. It's like, god damn it.
I mean, for this guy, he's meant to be kind of modern, goofy character, so I'm just kind of going with whatever comes to mind.
Makes sense to me.
But, yeah. So, where were we?
He told us that we had a deal. We would be able to get our, discounts.
Indeed.
although it
You
might
simply need to
take a
tell him
while.
which version of the deal you want.
I was thinking the discount version.
Yeah. I agree.
Alright. Then you guys have your discounts and we got your potions. And assuming that you guys want to spend the time it'll take for Melisar to copy spells, she can do that as well.
Do you
As
need
we've
any?
reached,
But
unless there are last minute purchases, I believe we have reached the end of the shopping episode.
I was gonna
yay.
say, do you need any money for buying your spells, or are you good on that?
It's a great question that I need to look into again.
Okay. I'm just gonna add the potions to the bag of holding for now, unless you guys want to be hanging onto them individually.
I think for now that's fine, but we may want to dole them out before we leave the city.
Okay.
Alright. Then with that, I believe that is today's game.
Yay, shopping!
I do hope you guys were expecting a shopping episode, because that's kind of what I was expecting.
I never know what to expect. Alright, I've put 4
Yeah.
greater potions and 2 superior potions into the bag of holding. Going to my notes page to mark down that was 970 GP in potions. And in my inventory, I will mark off 970 gold. Alright, down to just 1,200 gold pieces, guys.
Oh no!
Whatever will you do?
And 515 platinum pieces. And 9 silver pieces, because I wanted change.
Oh. I'm gonna have to decide before next session what spells I actually want to learn. How much time do we have left in the day?
I don't know.
Okay.
Nice.
And how long did he...
Let's say, it's currently like 2 p.m.
Okay. And what was I gonna say? Oh, did he give us an indication of how much longer it would take to get our order together? Like end of day, tomorrow sometime?
Probably end of day, so we can remake a number of things. And actually make the potions this time, as opposed to just have some stored up.
Yeah. You know what?
I don't.
I've been thinking I might want to learn alchemy stuff.
Alchemy stuff, huh?
Alchemy stuff. Although I think having to learn the spells would make that not really a thing. Time-wise.
Mm.
Because I was thinking I might potentially ask him about letting me kind of sit in and learn from him a little.
Ooh. Well, again, the timeline is set by you more than anybody. Just because we don't know what we're walking into, and, like, again, Roland just wants to make sure that we get the item to Eskel. He doesn't seem too worried that anything's going on with Eskel.
I think I would want to try scrying on him sometime before we rest this evening.
Alright, so are we at our time limit so we can't do that now? Is that the case?
I believe we are.
Yep. Yeah. We're at 7:02 my time. 2 minutes past when we should be done.
Okay. Just checking. Alright, then yeah, we'll handle that next time. Worry about it then. Yay, shopping!
Yay, shopping.
Everybody say shopping! Shopping! Buy stream!
Bye, stream.
Always try.